Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tousi and we're back after yet another successful patriotic rally in Westminster against Keir Starmer's idiotic government. I'm back at our home studio after some incidents which we're going to go through together. Also apologies, I have the biggest headache. Literally, I'm struggling right now to even talk to you guys, but I thought it's important to give you guys an update after what happened at the end of the last live stream that we just did in Westminster. Some of you, if you did watch towards the end, you know what I'm talking about. Nihat Gorbani, the Tousi TV reporter and political activist, who is obviously an Iranian refugee who is a British patriot because he wants to make sure that we don't turn Britain into another Iran. So in this photo you can see him wearing the Make Britain Great Again hat, and he was on the other side of the Westminster with the Our Fight UK guys. So we got Mark Burbuck, obviously Nihat and a few others as well. The point of that was they want to always make sure that there is a voice on the other side, because the left-wing side, who were doing a counter-protest against what we were doing, which was what we did was extremely peaceful, as you saw, extremely uniting, unifying. Apologies, my head was killing me. Unifying, and the message was positive from our side, but the other side of Westminster, which gets all the news coverage from the mainstream media, kept talking about how we are fascists, we are national socialists and all that nonsense, despite the fact that we had all the Israeli flags and Iranian flags and all the others. It was so diverse, the crowd, that I almost considered deporting myself just to make the crowd slightly more white. And it was a good day, but Nihat was there and the others to show the true face of the left-wing side, to counter their counter-protests. As usual, free society. The police decided to basically say, you're not allowed to. And things kicked off. I'm going to show you a video because Nihat and Mark were attacked by the left-wing activist. I'm going to show you this video, but look at that moment, which I've basically paused here. On the left-hand side, one of the activists and organizers from the stage grabs Mark's poster. He's basically, a few of them were holding this banner. You can see Nihat on the right hand side with the blue hat, saying, for example, one of them said, I'm British, I'm a Jew, am I welcome here? I'm Indian, British, am I welcome here? I'm Iranian, British, because the other side claimed that all refugees are welcome here unless you're right wing. This is the moment the attack happened. They took the first sign, then they took the second sign, and we've identified one of these left-wing thugs. Then they attacked them, and then of course the police came and they blamed it on our guys, saying that they attacked us first. So Nihat was taken by the police. Let's go to the first video. As usual. So while Mark was being attacked, and obviously he was trying to get his poster back because it was his private property and they stole it from him. Nihat, obviously, and others that were trying to help him. Things kicked off and the police decided to arrest these guys. Now, it's not really the first time. The problem with this is that the media is not going to show you the truth, but it's okay. We're here to tell you the truth, and we're getting more views. Earlier today, we had over 100,000 people watching, and again, one of the things that we have to talk about, I'm going to show you the second video, because this is after Nihat was taken by the police. Mark Burbuck, let's not forget, just a reminder, Mark, there you see his face in the picture, Nihat and myself, we're the three people who've had our reports leaked by the Metropolitan Police. That's still ongoing, obviously. What was the last update I gave you? I think it was about 2 weeks ago. In that update, I did mention the Met Police will be giving me a an update every 28 days, right? So I think in about a couple of weeks, I'll have an update on that. They said, well, these guys are there to provoke. Yes, that's exactly what they were doing. Provoking should be allowed. Words should be allowed. Protesting should be allowed. Just like how the left-wing protesters are counter-protesting our rally, then obviously the Our Fight UK guys were counter-protesting the left-wing counter-protest. Now, the police obviously put more conditions to defend the left-wing protesters, saying, no, you're not allowed to be here. But if you do it in a peaceful way, you should be allowed to be there. Your presence might be provocative. I don't care. Your presence might be intimidating. I don't care. You should be allowed to do it. You saw what happened. Those guys were standing there, just holding a sign. That's all they were doing. They were not attacking anybody, any of the left-wing weirdos. We have a statement from Mark, who said, yet again, those who stand against anti-Semitism are caught between the hard left and the incompetent police. Now, let's go to the video we have from Mark after Niak was taken by the police.
Which way round though? Where is he supposed to come out?
The assembly is here against racism. And the other assembly.
And we're against racism. You get that? Yeah. So we were joining the march because we're against racism. Yeah. And then we got attacked.
But you can speak to an officer, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
He's a victim. Please advise him to make a complaint as a victim.
But what I'm getting at though is why is he section 14? Why was he not allowed to be here on a march against racism? So this march says refugees are welcome. He's a refugee. You've arrested an Iranian refugee on a march that says refugees are welcome. Yeah?
All I know is we don't know. I don't know everyone's got different circumstances when they get arrested, so I don't know the circumstances for that arrest. Okay. Yeah. So,
they're all over the place, absolutely all over the place. And this is the whole thing. The Our Fight UK guys, so Mark, Niak, and a few others, that was the whole point. The whole point of today's act was to go there because the other side, the left-wing side, were claiming that this is an anti-racism march, right? All refugees are welcome. We are inclusive, we are progressive, blah, blah, blah. We are open. And what they decided to do on purpose, exactly on purpose, that was the whole point of it, to prove a point. They went there, Mark, Niak, they held their sign quietly, but to make a point, stood there, not attacking anybody. They held their sign saying, basically using identity politics against them, because that was the whole point. Saying, oh, for example, I'm British, I'm Iranian, I'm also a Jew, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Indian, am I welcome? Oh, but I believe in Israel and Israel's rights to exist, for example, or I'm a conservative, or blah, 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 right? Or I believe in Brexit. That was the whole point. If those organizers claim that they are open, then what is the problem with other ethnic minorities or refugees, for example, to be there? So the problem is that they were right-wing. I mean, Mark isn't even right-wing. Mark is actually centre-left, but he doesn't like the far left. Mark himself is centre-left. We have debates. But he obviously he defends the Jews and he believes in free speech. And he defends the rights of patriots to actually have their own rally. And this was clearly exposing not just the police's incompetence, but the idiocy and the evil behavior coming from the so-called progressive left. The statement we have from Our Fight UK is, in the past 15 months, we have joined many events organized by the so-called progressive left to show them up for what they are. We simply stand with placards containing messages that you would think no one could argue with, such as being against anti-Semitism. And every single time we have been attacked, spat on, thrown to the ground, and even arrested. Today, it was actually the stewards who attacked us. The police need to take this seriously. They treat these incidents as if there were two groups of football fans, with neither better than the other. But this is not the case. We demand our right to state simple messages. on the streets of London and not be arrested for it. The organisers and the stewards, they know what they were doing. They knew they had the bubble. So if they start the attack on Mark, on Niag, what will happen is there will be a fight back. There will be resistance, whatever the left will call it, right? And then the police would come. The police respect the organisers and the stewards because, you know, they're wearing their jackets and with the vest or whatever, right? And all that, the yellow vests. And they want to be cooperative with the organisers. So they, for example, go and say, oh, what is going on here, Mr. Organizer? So you are credible. And they say, well, look, these football hooligans have attacked us, even though they did the attack first. Now, for those who know football, we have the technology VAR, which is also controversial. VAR reviews the footage of an incident during a football match if the referee didn't see it properly, right? Now we have VAR in real life and in politics. It's called new media and social media. We show you guys the footage. We give you guys the facts. If the Met Police were not there at that moment and they didn't see it, because all they saw was they went afterwards and said, so what's happened here? And they have to take the words of the organisers because they are the credible ones. They are the grown-ups. But obviously the stitch-up came from the stewards themselves and the security. This is what we have to deal with. Well, we are here to expose them. We have identified one of the people who also did the attack. This woman, I could say so much about her, but all I'm just going to do, because we have to obviously identify, let's go find out who she is, what's her name, what's her role in it.
Hi, my name is Samira. I'm a national organiser for Sounds of Racism and a member of the Socialist Workers' Party. We're here today because we are out on a counter-protest against Tommy Robinson and his racist and far-right supporters. This is the fourth protest that Tommy Robinson has called in a year. The last time we were out was the 26th of October, where he got 20,000 Islamophobic, racist thugs on the streets of London, but we matched his numbers. I think today is an even more dangerous context for the far right. We see Trump back in the White House emboldening fascists all across the world. We see Nigel Farage in this country whipping up Islamophobia and anti-migrant racism. We see Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, using his platform to spread the most dangerous far-right rhetoric, but also getting up on stage at the Trump inauguration and doing 2 Nazi salutes. This is the context of the far-right. We know they are on the rise, but we also know they can be stopped. So we're here today to put a line in the sand, yet again, to halt their momentum, to push them back. This is a day where Tommy Robinson has called a protest, but this is a day for every anti-racist in Britain to hit back at the far right, to hit back at Trump, Musk, Robinson and Farage, everyone that is appalled at what we are seeing. We know when we come together and take action, we can push them back.
Solidarity.
Push them back. Her message was push them back, and she actually did it physically. She physically pushed back, and she's very strong, as you can see. What was her name? Samira Ali. She is a member of the Socialist Workers' Party. She believes that we are destroying the environment, the climate, with our waste. Samira believes that we as humans are wasting resources, including food. We are greedy, we are eating too much food. And that is, as a result, the planet is going down. Having said that, Samira herself seems to be wasting a lot of food and resources. I don't really care about your skin color, your height, your weight, anything like that. We're all different. But you have to expose the hypocrisy. It's not just a joke. People like Samira actually believe that we are wasting resources. Why is she going around to McDonald's every 2 seconds then? What is the point of it? Now, also, now that we know Now that we have to expose these guys, because some people don't understand how new media works. Heidi says, oh my God, why are you giving her airtime? If you don't know why we're giving her airtime, we got bigger problems. I would like the rest of the live chat to explain why we have to give these people airtime. Because for years and decades, they have not received any airtime. Nobody took them seriously. And now we are a mess. The people who used to be Samira a decade ago, 2 decades ago, you know what they are now? The Deputy Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The former leader of the Labour Party. Every single one of these people were Samira. Every single one of these people were organisers for student activist groups, left-wing grassroots groups that we ignored because we said they're just clowns, ignore them, they'll grow out of it. When they grow up, they'll become conservative. You ignore them, you do not scrutinise them, you've been saying don't give them airtime. This happened. Your Deputy Prime Minister is Angela Rayner because you didn't focus on her when she was younger. You didn't expose her, you didn't give her airtime. This is why we have to give them airtime every single time. We have to expose them every single time. We have to debate them every single time. We have to ask them questions. Because when you ignore them, you think they're going to grow out of it. They are in the positions of power. Our cultural institutions, heritage sites, academia, media, the political class, every single one of these groups have been infiltrated by the people who did not receive airtime when they were younger. They were not scrutinized. They were not held accountable. Every single one of us are held accountable. They come, they counter-protest our rallies. Do they complain that they're giving us airtimes? No, because they know what they're doing. They do it all the time. How do you think they managed to cancel Tommy Robinson 15 years ago before he became even a big figure? He was a local figure. It's because they gave him airtime. They kept talking about him. They lied about him, but they kept talking about him. They kept showing his face. That's airtime. They give him a platform, showing his speeches, but they lied about him. That's how they managed to cancel him. The whole of the media. Tommy could have just stayed a local figure near Luton, right? That's how the left does it. Hold them accountable. Talk about them. Show their faces. My head is killing me. All right, let's get some reaction from you guys. It's been a long day. Super chat from Darren. Thank you so much, sir. I would love Maya to do a ghost hunt. Good start, Darren. Good start. I need to cheer up. Yep. After this day. Vanderfolk says, brilliant day today, Maya, but bloody Baltic headache here too. Yep. Love you, Maya. It's rough. Ivan says, I didn't know there was a law against provocation. Well, technically that we have basically. So we have police powers in this country. The police could use it with using their own stupid judgment, saying, I now declare that you are provoking, your presence provoking. We do not have full freedom in the United Kingdom. We don't have free speech or a free expression, just even physically, moving around or standing there. You can stand on a pavement watching a protest and you could get arrested, right? We are not the United States of America. We don't have the freedoms that the Americans have. People think because Americans and the Anglo-Saxon Brits look similar, they're both white and they both speak English, that the countries are similar, their values are similar. They're not. And it's not just the Constitution that protects the United States. It's in the blood of the Americans. It's in their culture. There are enough Americans who will stand up and fight for it. But Ivan is right. That, a lot of people will be surprised to find out we have enough powers. There might not be legislations in that sense, in terms of the Act of Parliament, but obviously in terms of regulations, in terms of red tape, all this nonsense, powers, the police could choose to say, you're provoking, so I'm going to ban you. I'm going to arrest you. It's stupid. When people complain about Russia or Iran, the left describe themselves What? Oh, it's about time the police stop them marching anymore. They are a danger in our country. The thing is, I would still like them to march. It's a free society, but we have to expose them when they do it. We have to hold them to account, just like how they think they're holding us to account. What they're doing, they're spreading lies about us, but we should do it the right way, the moral way. Carl says, Niak is right. Britain, take note, put on the full armor of God. Ivan says the stewards were abusing their position. The thing is, they're not going to be... Ivan is again spot on, as usual. Ivan is always right. But nothing's going to happen to them. They started this. Nothing's going to happen to them. No sanctions on them. No punishment. No investigation, I can assure you. Despite even this live report, right now getting huge coverage. We have over 7,000 people watching us at once. Obviously, throughout the live, more people coming and go. Afterwards, most of the views will come after the live stream. So it will be tens of thousands or 100,000 people will be watching this. And more people will be sharing it on social media. Despite this, the establishment don't care. Elon Musk reposted the footage from today. And I thanked him. Thank you, Elon, for doing that, for sharing it. The world is seeing what's happening. And Elon sharing our footage helped. But these people are unhinged. The people holding the positions of power in the United Kingdom are unhinged. They don't care. But there will come a time when they will realize. Just wait for the next election. You can see. You can see the situation in the opinion polls with the Labour Party. Stephen says, what? Farage interviewed by Tousi TV. Is that breaking news? When did it was a while ago. Yeah, Nigel has actually been on the channel a few times actually, so it's not breaking news. You can watch the interviews, by the way, on the channel. Right. Although I don't think it's going to come on the channel anytime soon. For obvious reasons. How is it possible that standing with a placard is offensive, but preaching Sharia, a far more dangerous ideology, is okay? The thing is, you're asking common sense questions. Why are you even bothering asking common sense questions? You really expect reason from these barbaric creatures that we call our government and the authorities? They don't get it. Genuinely don't understand. I have spoken to police officers. Okay, firstly, there are some good police officers who are watching this. They subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your hard work. Even though the rest of your colleagues and the leadership of the police forces, they're crazy, but thank you. And same applies to the armed forces and the veterans. Absolutely, thank you. The problem we have, I've spoken to your managers, I've spoken to the command, I've spoken to our MPs, civil servants, political advisors from all parties. They are clueless, genuinely clueless. I've had MPs from certain parties calling me, this is just in general, asking me to give them a briefing about their policy. Why are you asking me? I mean, it's not just random. We kind of know each other, but you have advisors. Firstly, you should know. These are basic nonsense. We have people who think just because their university degree told them something, that's the truth. If university tells its people that blue is yellow, they become leaders of our institutions or civil service believing that blue is yellow. Do your own research. Someone... Wait. Somebody said, Raymond Ball. Seriously? Wait till the next election? We should be arresting most of the government and the rest of the traitors. You, for some reason, keep calling authority. Raymond Ball, if you would like to publicize your plan to the public and perhaps your details, your address and everything else and your headquarters, it would help. If you want to be the leader to start a treason and rebellion and some sort of bloody revolution where people would lose their lives, feel free to start it instead of typing on a computer, asking the rest of the people to go on the street and arrest the government. People need to think before they say things. It's funny. People just type in things saying, you guys are all talk, no action, while they are literally talking. If you want to start a revolution yourself, then yeah, maybe you can gather some troops and go and do something violent, and good luck with that, because even Guy Fawkes failed. They have guns, and it's also illegal anyway, but that's why we say wait till the next election. For some people like Raymond is, you're surrendering. No, this is the democratic way. You don't have to wait, you don't have to sit until the next election. You have to start now. You have to fight back now. You have to regroup now. You have to start your grassroots campaigns now. Support a political party or join a political party or start a political don't start parties. We have enough parties. Do a political party, whatever. Start campaigning now. Start fighting back. It's the same way they fought. The same way they took control. They took their time as well. It took them years. It took them decades. They started in the 1950s and 60s. We need to reset the whole thing. You have to start now, but wait till the next election. I didn't say the people should wait. I'm telling Starmer, wait till the next election, see what happens to you. Starmer is not going to be getting another majority government, I can assure you. Now, if you want to buy a tank from Raymond, if Raymond is selling tanks now, then fine. Go buy tanks from Raymond without being professionally trained, and good luck fighting against the British Army on the streets of London. You could do that. Or you could type, you're all talk, no action, while you yourself are all talk and no action. You have an option. Fight on a cultural level and grassroots politics and help parties or join a party or whatever you want to do. It's not my job to tell you what party to join. Ideally, not a socialist party. And do something about it. Those who want to get involved, do something about it. But it's your choice. You can't tell other people what to do. It's voluntary. There are so many people who would like to do something, who want to get involved, but they can't. They might not be able to, for various reasons. Ivan says about Samira, looks like she ate most of the waste. And Luke says that the only thing that Gobby and her loony lefties matched was the amount of food eaten on the day. The blatant need to embellish their actions and lie for validation is strong in them. Yes. Airtime to show them for what they are. Thank you, Ivan. You get it. I know you have a headache, but I bet every man Samira meets has a headache. And Carl says the devil loves fools. Yep. Mark Farley says, oh, now cute Tousi. I have to tell you, off the other day, you were walking in central London on your own. Keep the Viking with you. You have responsibilities. Be safe. I know, but the Viking also has a life. I can't bring him to central London every time I last minute come for a meeting. But yeah, I agree. I'll be more careful. Nasman says, when you turn 18, only your body automatically becomes an adult, not your brain. Not even your body. Your legality becomes legal. That's it, because we just made the legal age 18. It could be 17, it could be 19. I mean, in America, 21, you can start drinking alcohol. Right. Oh, where are we? Davey. I was there today. I was the one with the mega hat. Yes, I remember, Davey. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out today. Every single person who actually managed to get to London today in this cold weather from across the country and some people from around the world, thank you. You guys did your job. That's it. And there's more to do, but it does help. It energizes the rest of the population every single time. Reginald says, I am so dismayed by the corrupt judicial system in the UK. Free Tommy. I know. Where are we? Oh, yeah. America loves freedom. We stand with you, UK. Thank you, America. And Bob Hunter also says, it does not matter what you bear, but how you bear it. Excellence is without an adversity. The most powerful man is who has himself in his own power. Good quote. Major Scar says, we need Keir Stalin and his cronies out. Absolutely, as soon as possible. You know, the more the pressure continues, the quicker they tank in the opinion polls. Of course, there will be a push for change in leadership, which by default also means snap election. So you don't have to wait 5 years. Stephen says, please make Farage come on Tousi TV to kiss Tommy's ring, unite the Commonwealth. How's that going to happen? As if I had that level of power. I could try. Was that a pregnancy announcement? Oh, no. So, apologies. So, the way during the speech, towards the end, I made an announcement because most of the crowd, in case they didn't know, I've been preaching every time we have these rallies. I tell the crowd, go have babies. Go have a lot of babies, right? Have right-wing babies. And today I decided to announce that I'm also finally doing my part. I'm engaged. We're going to get married in a few months and then we're going to have babies. But I watched it back, the way I worded. It sounded like Danielle was already pregnant because I said, yeah, and I've finally done it. I've done nothing. Not yet. We're still engaged. Obviously, we'll get married and then we'll have the babies because that's the civilized way to do it. Traditional way. Yeah, people thought she was pregnant. She had to call her parents. We got home, she had to call her parents to explain that she's not actually pregnant. What did I do? James says, smile, Grumpy. Love you, man. Thank you, James. And Bob says, if Jesus was alive today, would he roll up his sleeve for an mRNA gene technology, or would he recognize that Big Pharma was trying to kill him? I don't think he would have fought back like a rebel because that wasn't necessarily a Jesus thing to do. That was more like a Moses thing to do. But he would have probably had some words with the Big Pharma. Some nice words. Oh, my head is back. Oh, okay. Russell says, have some ibuprofen and a pint of water. Bless you. You've all done well today. The problem is we have no painkillers. Nothing in this house. I can't leave it. It's too cold to leave. So I have to find another way. I'm going to drink a lot of water and try my best not to die. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. After this live stream, I'm going to post the actual clip of my speech in case you missed it. I'll post the actual full speech on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience and tolerating my grumpiness. I'm sorry if I was rude. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.